Some might tell you don't join, but you should make sure that you do watch this review of Star Wars DJ.
How you get so big to do food of this kind?
So this is usually the time where I would hold up the cover and tell you the thing I just read, but I read DJ digitally, so this is the cover of Star Wars DJ. Star Wars DJ is a one-shot by the Bins, also known as Acker and Blacker, who have written the Star Wars Join the Resistance series, as well as Star Wars Storms of Crate, and just generally are all over the place anyway. This one-shot comic explains pretty much why DJ is in the cell in The Last Jedi and what he's up to. I thought this comic was pretty fun. DJ is such a shifty character, you never really know what he's doing or why or who he cares about or if he cares about anyone, what his motivations are. So much of the comic involves narration with him in his own head, and it's kind of the one time you can get a feel for him and trust what he's actually saying. I mean, yeah, he could be an unreliable narrator, but why be an unreliable narrator to yourself, right? So that was something I really appreciated. I felt like I got to know this character in a way where I could trust what was going on. The other really interesting thing you get to see here is the Canto Bight politics. So Canto Bight takes up a fairly sizable chunk of The Last Jedi, and it was kind of a take or leave situation. A lot of people thought it was cool, but a lot of people also thought it was a fairly pointless sequence. This really has nothing to do with that. Other than that, Canto Bight is a far more interesting place than you might think just by watching The Last Jedi. While many people might have wanted to not have Canto Bight in general, I feel like if we had spent more time on the planet, we could have gotten an idea for this, but thankfully, we have the expanded universe to fill in those blanks for us. What's going on here is DJ has a way of cheating. He has a way of rigging the casino so that the house doesn't always win. But the reason why you don't really catch him is because his way of cheating the system is to actually lose. Now, I won't go into it more than that because I want you to read this and I don't want to spoil it for you, but it was kind of a creative plan. You know, I've read different things with Han or Lando or whoever, and there's always the smuggler that's cheating or the scoundrel that's doing what have you, and it's always a way of winning when they're at the table right there. But DJ's way is a lot more creative, and I really appreciated that. But within the casinos themselves, effectively what happens is DJ will get caught at one casino and then put himself in a position where he's in the favor of a different casino, and that casino will protect him from the first casino, or will protect him from the cops, or the cops will protect him from the casinos. He has this big, just spider web of craziness going on that was really fun to see how he played this person or that person off of each other. He's definitely the kind of guy that's always on the move and doesn't like to stay in one place too long, mostly because he doesn't want to get caught, and if he sits still, he would. There's a lot of great side characters that he plays off of. There's this kind of one bounty hunter, Yondu-like guy. There's a famous pod racer that he pals around with. There's like these kind of coffee and donuts type cops that he's hanging out with. And it's really interesting to see not only how he's playing casinos off of each other, but how he's playing individuals off of each other and how he's always one step ahead of everyone. However, the scheme of what's going on is DJ gets kind of out-schemed by someone else. And what's really confusing him is that this person that's out-scheming him doesn't exist. So just what happens? Who's playing DJ? How does he end up in the cell? Is there somebody out to get him? You're gonna have to read the comic, but I highly recommend you do. And I will say with the art style, it's my favorite kind of art style that I've seen in the Star Wars comics. You know, you have Storms of Crate, and Storms of Crate kind of has that more realistic looking style going where they take like panels from the live action films and it's almost like they paint over it. This one felt more like comics, basically. I like that it looks animated, it looks drawn, but it's not cartoony, it's not exaggerated, and it's really the type of style I like. And there's a lot of creativity that goes into it. There's some really cool art shots and some really cool effect shots, considering that, you know, he's just a dude, he doesn't have force powers, he doesn't have a lot of exciting things to show off. They still managed to make it look exciting. So those are my thoughts on DJ. Again, if you want pieces of Canto Bight filled in, if you want to kind of get a feeling for that world, if you want to get a feeling for DJ, if there were holes in The Last Jedi for you that you want filled in this way, DJ is absolutely the comic you should read. Go ahead and leave me a comment as to whether or not you read this, and if you liked it, any other comics you've read. I always love talking to you guys about whatever Star Wars things going on. Make sure you follow us at Port Haven Forums. Visit port-haven.com for even more stuff than what appears on this YouTube channel. And until next time, keep it real and fly casual.
Cooking can be fun!